Hey guys, this is Mr. Walls. I decided to do something for all three of the advanced classes. The other classes may benefit from this as well, but the show class, you know, I do most of the teaching online, and I'm trying to push in a lot of stuff this week for you guys. Yesterday, I sent out a video about script writing, and I was going over it with the two advanced classes. And I wanted to go over this with you guys once again. I'm also talk about show planning and what it looks like to really plan a really good show, and how to help you guys to be successful with your shows when you lay your shows out this way. I will know the people who's watched this stuff because I'll start seeing some changes in the way you do things. Okay, so number one, let's talk about script writing. I have some notes. I know it's kind of gibberish. You probably can't see it from your phones or wherever you're watching this at. But I want to talk again. I want to review once again the script writing deal. Okay, so when you're making your script, you better have it. You need, not that you better, you need a really strong hook. Remember that hook needs to, you want to keep your audience engaged in what you're talking about. You have 3 to 7 seconds to give me a quick one-liner, a fact, or something to engage me in what you're talking about. You have to figure that out, okay? You need a strong hook. Then the second thing you need is you need an intro. That's your main idea. That is your main idea, guys. I need that main idea to be driven home right here, okay? After that introduction, which is / your main idea, you go then to, if it's a regular report, this is for a regular report, okay? For a regular report, you're gonna go to 3 to 5 supporting ideas. 3 to 5 supporting ideas, and this is for a regular report, okay? With a regular report, remember it's 30 seconds to a minute long. So if it's 30 seconds to a minute long, we need to, once you establish the 3 to 5 supporting details, and these supporting details matches the main idea. If it don't match the main idea, you're wasting your time and you're all off track. I'm going to be taking quality points off if you don't do these things, okay? So you come up with the 3 to 5 supporting ideas. I want you to go for that 5. Go for the 5 supporting ideas. And I guarantee you, I'm going to know when you didn't do it right. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, so you start off with 5 supporting ideas, supporting details. So you have main idea and you have 5 supporting details. This is again for a regular report that's 30 to 60 seconds long. But now you know it's 30 to 60 seconds long. We need to trim some of it down. We got to cut some things down. How do you eliminate? This is how you eliminate. You need to figure out what is it that's most important, that relates more to your topic, that relates to your viewers, and then figure out the stuff that's not important and that does not relate to your viewers. Take out 2, okay? To some of my lazy people, you're gonna say, well, why can't I just do 3 really good ones? Because I want you to practice writing 5 supporting details so that you can come up with a really good report. Directors, if you don't find your people doing this, they're doing it wrong and your show's not going to be successful. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? So the lazy reporters are going to cheat it and they're going to do 3 reports and their grade is not going to be good. I guarantee you. And I know who you are, so I'm going to challenge you every time I find out that you're doing a report. I'm going to find out and I'm going to ask you, are you making 5 supporting details for a regular report? And then do you move down to 3 supporting details? And I want to know how you eliminate it, okay? After you come up with these supporting details, you then come to your call to action. Everyone should know what a call to action is by now, but I'm gonna summarize the call to action this way. Call to action is a challenge. It's a challenge to your viewers. You want to challenge them concerning your main idea and these supporting details. Challenge them to participate in something. Challenge them to go and do something. Challenge your viewers. Call to action. Now, I'm going to say this. For a regular report, you could do a call to action or you could do a summary. You decide which one you want to do. Okay? I want to see you guys do more call to action. And a summary isn't This isn't a summary. That's all I'm going to for you today, Googers. That's not a summary. Okay? I want a real summary that summarizes what your whole report has been about. Got that? Okay? Next thing. Okay? Let's go over what it's like to do a featured report. A featured report is the same concept. The only thing is you have to have 5 supporting details. You have to have 5 supporting details. I also want to see more call to actions on the featured reports, because the feature report has to be a minute to 2 minutes long. The feature report has to be a minute to 2 minutes long. So 5 supporting details, a minute to 2 minutes long, and I want to see a call to action. Okay? That's the difference between a regular report and a feature report. Here's something that you need to know with a regular report. A feature report. The feature report, it showcases, it pushes the message behind the theme. What's the theme of the show? That's what the feature report is pushing. That's what the feature report is pushing. Okay? So now let's help out some directors really quick. I want to help out some directors to plan their shows out and to be successful with the planning of their shows. So, show planner. I would plan my show and have my show almost like a movie. When a director and a producer, when they plan out the outline of a movie, when they plan out how it's going to flow, they plan it so that it has a climax. What's the climax to this? Where are you trying to go with this? For me, I'm going to pull my audience in to the climax. I'm going to challenge you guys. I directed the show last year for the Teacher of the Year show. The Teacher of the Year show I directed with Madeline Vida and some other people, okay? Delisha and Riley. Go to my website, find that show. I set the climax. I did, okay? The featured report was the Teacher of the Year. That was at the end. You don't have to do it that way, but you need to set the tempo of your show. What's the tempo of your show? Think about it. What's going to be the tempo for this show? So, this is how I plan out shows, and I want to challenge you to do the same thing. So I'll put on my show planner, so everyone knows. I put up there, I'll say anchor, teaser. That anchor teaser is the hook. So my anchor knows I want you to have a teaser. I don't leave it for them to figure it out. I post it in the show planner. Okay? Then I say we're going to go from there to a video intro. Okay? Then from there, I want my anchor to have a strong intro. Anchor, intro. So I go from an anchor intro now. Now my anchor is going to, let's get the show started. If I have a full team and I have like 5 people on my crew, like the people have in 5th period and some people in 1st period, everybody in 1st period has this, and some people in 5th period has this. 4th period, you don't really have this. You have smaller crew, but you can do the same thing. So I'm going to go to anchor intro, and then I'm going to throw an announcement in here. That's done by the anchor. And then from this announcement, I'm going to go to an anchor transition. Anchor transition. After I do that anchor transition, I'm going to go to report number 1. Now, if you don't have a big crew, then that's the only report. Okay? So after that, we're going to go to another anchor transition. Now, I'm going to probably do 2 announcements right here in the beginning when it's at the announcement section. Okay? After this second anchor transition, I'm going to throw in another 2 announcements. Actually, After the anchor transition, I'm going to go to the second report. After this anchor transition, I'm going to go to this second report. Report 2, and then anchor transition, and announcements. Okay, let's do 2 announcements right here. Then after this, I'm going to go to the, after the anchor transition and announcements, I'm going to go to the next report. So now I have my featured report. My featured report. This is my featured report. This is the climax of my whole show right here. So I'm building, boom. I hit them at the end. Now you can reverse that. You can hit them at the beginning and then tell them why you're going that direction. So these 2 reports will be like your supporting details. So you can start off with the main idea with your feature report up at the top of the show, and then explain in the supporting details, which are the second 2 other reports. So report 1 and report 2 are kind of like the supporting details. But for me, I like to flow like this because I like to build up the anticipation for where we're going. So now I hit them with this feature report. Then after my feature report, I do an anchor closing. Okay, and that's the whole show. So you have your anchor, teaser, and hook. You have video intro, anchor intro, announcements, and then we will have anchor transition to report 1, anchor transition to report 2, anchor transitions with announcements to feature report. I build you up, now I'm going to close the show. This is how you tell a very good story in the form of a news show. Because if this sets the tempo and it tells everyone how you want things to be done. It takes a lot of work to do this. Lots of work. You can do it. Okay? Now that I taught this lesson for all 3 classes, I know in first and fourth period, we are going to look at your script for things that you, with your favorite class. We're gonna look at that tomorrow, okay? And then I want you to know the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm gonna have you do the Pledge of Allegiance. So tomorrow, make sure you know the Pledge of Allegiance because we're gonna do that as well, okay? So we're gonna start off with the scripts that I told you guys to write, that I told you need to have ready. It's due tomorrow for all classes. Fifth period, even though we're not going to do it actually tomorrow, you need to be ready. First and fourth period, we are starting tomorrow. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We will be doing the report where you have written about your favorite class. If you don't have it done, you won't know about this, and you may not get a good grade. Okay? Pass the word on to those who won't look at this video. All right? I hope this helped you guys. I know you really can't see this. I hope you took notes while I was going over this because I'm taking the time after school to make this for you guys. I want successful shows, and you know my favorite word, we're going for superior videos, shows, commercials. We want it done well. If you're interested in getting some grid points and you turned in your stuff, your waiver, I have some commercials that need to be done. I told some of the people on the Dream Team, some of them have not responded back to me, and I get it. But if you're interested in getting grid points and you turned in your waiver, I have some commercials that I need done that you can do and get grid points for them. All right? Speak to me in class and we will go further in getting these commercials done that these teachers want. If we don't do their commercials, they won't watch CBTV. What do you want to do? How are we going to keep people watching CBTV? We have to make sure we have good shows, and we have to make the commercials that they're asking us to make. They're the clients. Give the clients what they want. All right? I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know this was long, but it's the only way I can make this work and knock out a lot of lessons online. Peace.